What if I told you most wealthy people don't get rich by doing more? They get rich by following invisible rules you were never taught. Rules that don't show up on Instagram. Rules your salary can't save you from breaking. And here's the uncomfortable fact. Two people can earn the same $100,000 a year, and one quietly builds a $5 million net worth, while the other stays financially anxious forever. Same income, totally different outcome. The difference isn't hustle, it's rules, invisible ones. And by the end of this video, you'll see money, discipline, investing, and even your daily decisions in a way that permanently changes how you play the wealth game. And stay till the end, because the final rule is the one that separates people who make money from people who keep it across generations. If you're hungry for success and eager to learn, hit that subscribe button. We're here to share the secrets and strategies to accelerate your journey. Let's go to the rule number 1. They protect energy before they chase money. Here's something nobody tells you early. Wealthy people don't wake up asking, how do I earn more today? They wake up asking, what drains me and how do I eliminate it? Because energy, not time or money, is the real bottleneck. Rich people understand this early, so they design boring mornings, predictable routines, and low-drama lives on purpose. Most people do the opposite. They overload their mornings with notifications, news, comparison, chaos, and emotional conversations. Then they wonder why they can't focus on long-term investing, portfolio building, or wealth planning after work. The mistake isn't laziness. It's leaking mental bandwidth before it's invested into high-leverage actions like equity research, skill stacking, or compounding assets. Wealthy people structure their day so their best mental hours are spent on decisions that compound. They don't waste peak energy on errands, arguments, or scrolling. They protect it like capital. When you stop treating energy like a renewable resource and start treating it like a non-renewable asset. Rule 2. They delay dopamine, not success. The wealthy don't avoid pleasure. They just reschedule it. Neuroscience shows that people who delay gratification have a 33% higher chance of long-term financial stability. Rich people internalize this deeply. They understand that dopamine today can cost compound growth tomorrow. Wealthy individuals delay rewards until assets pay for them. They let dividend income, cash-flowing equities, or passive income streams fund lifestyle, not salaries. This rewires their brain to associate pleasure with patience, not impulse. The rich don't feel deprived. They feel powerful knowing they can afford something, but choose not to. That psychological edge compounds faster than money itself. Wealthy build lives that survive income shocks because their dopamine is funded by ownership, not consumption. And this connects to the next rule, because once you stop chasing pleasure, you start noticing something most people miss entirely. Rule 3. They track ownership, not income, and that changes everything. Here's a hard truth that makes people uncomfortable. Income can make you feel successful while keeping you financially fragile. Wealthy individuals know that, which is why they obsess over ownership instead of earnings. This matters because income disappears the moment you stop working, but ownership keeps producing. In your money or your life, Vicki Robin explains that real progress happens when your assets begin to replace your labor. Most people avoid this measurement because it feels slow and boring, so they chase salary growth while ignoring balance sheet reality. The consequence is a life that looks impressive but collapses under pressure. Picture this comparison. One person earns $120,000 but spends nearly all of it and owns little beyond depreciating items. Another earns $70,000, invests steadily, and watches equity and cash flow assets grow year after year. Who's safer? Who sleeps better? Measuring ownership rewires behavior. Spending becomes intentional. Risk becomes calculated. Growth becomes visible. The internal shift is profound. You stop asking, how much did I make? And start asking, how much of my life do I own? That's the moment wealth stops being a dream and becomes math. Rule 4. They shape their surroundings. So good decisions become automatic. People love talking about discipline, but wealthy individuals know discipline is unreliable. Environment is what actually wins. Your surroundings decide your behavior long before motivation kicks in. People keep blaming themselves instead of redesigning their lives. Poor financial outcomes often come from constant exposure to spending cues, fear-based news, and peers who normalize debt. One example is social pressure. Someone surrounded by people who flex consumption feels broke earning six figures. Another, surrounded by builders and long-term thinkers, feels rich saving aggressively. Audit who influences your thinking, control information intake, and design friction against impulsive decisions. When your environment supports wealth, self-control becomes unnecessary. That's when progress accelerates quietly. Rule 5. They think in decades while others think in weeks. Wealthy people don't ask, "Will this work this year?" They ask, "Will this matter in 10 years?" That single shift eliminates 90% of bad financial decisions. Most people are trapped in short-term thinking because modern life rewards immediacy. Likes, alerts, fast money schemes, and overnight success stories. But wealth is a slow, mathematical process. The mistake most people make is quitting too early. They invest for 6 months, see no results, and stop. Wealthy individuals expect boredom before breakthrough. They understand compounding feels invisible before it feels inevitable. Rich people don't chase opportunities. They position themselves so opportunities find them over time. Skills, capital, and reputation compound together. If you struggle with patience, this rule is uncomfortable. But once you adopt long-term thinking, urgency fades, anxiety drops, and clarity increases. And now we arrive at a rule that explains why rich people stay calm during market crashes while others panic. They respect risk more than returns. Poor decisions often come from chasing upside while ignoring downside. Wealthy individuals invert this. Their first question is always, "What's the worst-case scenario?" Not, "How much can I make?" They diversify portfolios. They maintain emergency liquidity. They avoid concentration risk unless asymmetric upside exists. They understand risk management is more important than high returns. People overestimate their risk tolerance until volatility hits. Then they sell at the bottom, lock in losses, and swear investing doesn't work. Rich people prepare emotionally and financially for downturns before they happen. Data shows investors who stayed invested during downturns outperform emotional traders by over 4% annually. That difference alone can mean millions over a lifetime. Wealthy individuals don't avoid risk, they price it. They build shock absorbers into their financial life so they can play offense when others are forced into defense. Rule 7. They obsess over survival before chasing upside. The wealthy play defense first, not because they're pessimistic, but because staying in the game matters more than winning fast. This principle matters because losses hurt more than gains help. In Fooled by Randomness, Nassim Taleb explains that avoiding ruin is the first rule of any long-term strategy. Yet people chase high returns without understanding exposure, volatility, or downside. A small business owner followed this logic, kept liquidity, avoided over-leverage, and survived economic shocks that wiped out competitors. The comparison is clear. Aggression without protection feels bold but ends fragile. Cautious structure creates staying power. The action is simple. Respect downside, build margin of safety, and let longevity do the heavy lifting. When survival becomes the priority, growth becomes sustainable. Rule 8. They build structures that work even on bad days. The difference is subtle but decisive. Wealthy individuals don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. This matters because consistency beats intensity every time. In Good Strategy, Bad Strategy, Richard Rumelt explains that structure outperforms effort when conditions change. People who depend on willpower fail when emotions spike. One person manually decides each month whether to invest. Another automates everything and removes emotion. A mid-level engineer did this. Automatic allocations, preset rules, zero decision fatigue, and built wealth without feeling obsessed. Compare that to someone who keeps trying harder and restarting. Systems create progress even when you're tired, busy, or distracted. When your structure favors growth, wealth becomes a byproduct. not a struggle. Wealth isn't about secrets. It's about invisible rules practiced daily, quietly, consistently. If you apply even half of them, your relationship with money transforms. You stop reacting. You start designing. You move from earning to owning, from stress to strategy, from noise to clarity. If this video resonated with you, don't keep the knowledge to yourself. Like the video, subscribe to stay updated, and share is a step toward building a stronger community of growth-minded people. Be part of it. If you're curious about 10 life-changing sacrifices you must make to become rich, that's exactly what I cover in the next video. See you there.